So there were artworks of Jeremy on Lyoko that exist.
I would love to see them.
I know. You think they gotta be somewhere
I
online.
feel like there'd be a
Yep.
war amongst the
Yep, me
fandom
too.
because a lot of people have a lot of different takes.
Yeah.
I have my
Yeah.
own.
Yeah, I remember. I remember some of that.
And we've discussed that.
Yeah. It's I like the way they teased it though. They went with the teasing. I think it's obviously the budget, but I want to see them. They gotta be somewhere on somewhere in the internet. See. Sophie has a lot of ideas she never got the chance to do in Lyoko because of lack of time. So she has plenty of ideas for a sequel. One of those being Jim being a pole dancer. That apparently that's going to be in the sequel, which I don't remember that part, which is hilarious. I want to see how they're going to add that in there.
Wait, that was going to be like animated?
I have no idea. They said if the sequel happens, that they're adding that to it. They're adding it.
Are you? I swear to God, if they give us animated Jim pole dancing, but not the fucking Paco the Disco,
God,
Disco,
maybe it's both.
As a full song that we can listen to with an accompanying music video at the very least, if not a full fucking movie, I'm gonna be so mad.
I think the music video is in the realm of possibility.
You'll get your you'll get your full length Paco the King of Disco theme, but it'll be
pole dancing.
Yeah,
I know. I guess they it wouldn't fly back then. Maybe they had that. Maybe they had that in mind back then. But I don't wonder if they still remember Paco.
Do it now.
Yeah, I just think it's hilarious that they said that they're going to. That they said it would definitely be in the sequel. I think that's just hilarious.
Okay. But why?
I don't know.
It's a fun joke.
Yeah.
It's a fun
I
joke.
know.
Yeah. But, like,
Paco the Stripper.
I want to see it.
Oh my God.
I mean, same. But...
It would do numbers online.
I mean, he hasn't.
Exactly.
Dude, he would do numbers.
Yeah, it would. It would. Do you know how many people would simp for Jim these days?
Yeah, he is the dad bod.
He does that little twirl when he does the swimming lessons in that one episode of I think Final Round.
Exactly.
See, now I'm just imagining a reboot of Lyoko where Jim makes a dumb joke and then one of the kids is like, "Oh man, you had to go out with the dad joke."
Oh.
Let's see. Next one. The job of a writer is mainly about creating problems for the characters. I think Wazy wanted to say something.
We both have words on that.
I think Wazy and I had a very passionate opinion about this.
Yeah, Dylan and I talk about this alone, but yeah.
Well, so I think we arrived that like if she said it as a joke, it's a little more like defensible, I think. But I was just like, it's such a like pessimistic sort of negative way to approach writing. Technically, it's true because most anything can be structured as a problem that the characters have to overcome. It just sounds very negative.
I personally don't have issue with her saying that because like in some ways it is true. Like you're primarily breeding conflict for your characters, at least. Like through these problems that your characters go through all those things, it also breeds for growth. It breeds for growth. It breeds for character development. It's good stuff. Like, so saying that the job of a writer is to primarily create problems for your characters is something I don't disagree with. I don't really have issue with her saying that.
We don't know exactly the way the line was delivered, and it probably was a joke. It delivered more as a joke, more sarcastic, more not entirely serious. Like. Kind of like it's pick on Yumi week, sort of like that delivery.
Well, no, pick on Yumi week is one of the greatest things of all time. Like it's she knew what she was doing when she created that, and I have a high amount of respect for her for that.
Well, the next one, Illumi ship, that she says that they will still always be a couple 20 years later, even though they haven't been one in the first place. That MU puts,
which makes no fucking sense. But
I'm
whatever.
okay with it as long as you can imply that they, they didn't like get together until they were like they matured and went through some character development off screen because
I
Bjork
mean,
and
Yeah.
It's not gonna. It's not gonna start.
So-
It's not gonna start with them as a couple, right? I mean, I don't
Right,
know.
So
yeah.
if we
curious.
assume
Whoa.
if
Okay,
we
see you guys later.
assume that we follow Sophie's logic that evolution isn't canon, the final episode of the show, our little clip show episode,
Well, they will rewrite. That means
does have a very strong emphasis that Yumi and Ulrich are on the path towards getting back together, but also they never dated to begin with.
I think they're gonna probably, if that's what Sophie says, then I guess we'll finally see them officially be a thing in season 5 if that's their plan. Like, I mean, she has ideas for a sequel, and I'm assuming that might be one of them. If she says that they're gonna be together, then maybe we'll see it happen in their new season 5 if it happens.
I'm not checking it because, well, I'm lazy, but wasn't the intention for in the original Code Lyoko Reloaded doc for Ulrich and Yumi to be together, if I recall correctly?
I actually can't tell you. I don't remember.
I think
Sorry.
it was. I think they were
sorry.
dating.
Yeah, like that was going to be when Evolution was reloaded. Like that was one of the things that they wanted to do.
It's either that or Jeremy and Aelita were dating. Maybe both, but I'm not confident.
Ulrich and, if I remember correctly, it was Ulrich and Yumi. Ugh, fine, I'll check the doc.
Ulrich and Yumi makes more sense.
Ulrich. Let's see. Yep. See, in the reloaded section, it says, "At last united to Yumi, this Takatum warrior is now more peaceful. He thought he was free from all the merciless fights on Lyoko. That was before a secret organization decided to put its evil intentions in action." So yeah, Ulrich and Yumi were intended to be together in Code Lyoko Reloaded. For those of you watching at home, that's what Evolution was initially. And I'm going to send a screenshot. Yeah, so the intention was for Ulrich and Yumi to be together in Code Lyoko Reloaded, which eventually became Evolution. Things changed between Reloaded and Evolution, but they very much are the same project for reasons I'm not getting into. But like, I know there is a portion of the community that believes like, man, I can't believe they canceled Code Lyoko Reloaded for Evolution. And it's just like, no, Evolution and Reloaded are very much the same project. But
That's like
yeah.
saying, I can't believe they canceled Garage Kids and made Code Lyoko instead.
Exactly.
Oh, the audacity.
Exactly. Oh god.
There are people that
But-
say that though. They
believe it.
exist. They're real.
There are people who believe that there is an entire season of Garage Kids that was produced and just never
No.
released.
No, that's not how that works.
Yeah, exactly. But
The
they're out
most
there.
that's out there is
Are they-
probably
that's
like
sad.
an early pitch Bible that was made for Garage Kids.
I never heard you. Well,
Yeah,
that's sad if that's the
exactly.
case.
Oh no, there used to be when the Lyoko fan. Maybe these people don't believe this anymore, but when we as Lyoko fans were younger in the 2010s, I saw that take around a lot. You know that like, man, I would have loved to see the season of Garage Kids that was made, and it's just like, no,
Interesting. Interesting.
I was gonna say that in regards to the Ulrich and Yumi thing, like just in general, shoot. I can believe that Ulrich and Yumi stayed together. I just hope that they would work through their issues first.
Yeah.
But they're also, because like I feel I've always been the guy who said that in regards to Ulrich and Yumi, I feel like that they wouldn't work out. And I feel like their issues, like I talk about the issues that Jeremy and Aelita have, and I think Jeremy, how a lot of the issues that Jeremy has in regards to Aelita, I genuinely think he can grow out of. Ulrich and Yumi's issues run a little deeper, which is why I'm like, do I think they can grow out of that? And like, it's sometimes yes, sometimes I'm not entirely sure. They're both very stubborn people. I think that if they work out their issues, I think that they could work in the long haul. If not, I'm just not sure how confident I am in them being able to work out those issues, because unlike Jeremy and Aelita, who I think could grow out of like the stuff of like Jeremy learning to care a little more about Aelita. Ulrich and Yumi, one of their main issues is like that stubbornness, and it's like it's possible, but like when you look at stuff like their upbringing, their parents, their things like that, it's like would they? And I'm not entirely sure. But if they did, then yeah, I think they could work out. So yeah, there you go.
Okay, so there's 3 more, but there's only one of the 3 is there's only one more left that is probably gonna be discussed, and that one is Herb deserves to be seen by Sissy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It's a good thing we don't have everyone here, I guess.
Yes, and
Okay, let's not.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a weird one to me.
Herb
is a creep.
Sissy?
Hmm?
I think
Yeah, Herb is a bit of a creep.
it
Yeah.
depends
He's
on
an
the
incel.
portrayal. Because, like, in season 1, there's kind of this low-key
Oh, God.
implication that Herb and Sissy are genuinely friends, but, like, Herb's also metaphorically stepped on by Sissy and abused by her.
Go on. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
like it's a very uneven relationship where Sissy just kind of takes him for granted and he's just forever going after her. And then there is that other part, it's like, well, no, actually he is kind of a creep. A little bit.
Yeah.
He's not as bad as some other characters. It's very downplayed, but
True.
the worst I think he gets is
Bookbird just yelled he's not as bad as Ulrich.
Oh my god. Those are words that would get you killed. Oh.
Oh, them
Do
slime
I
words
keep
right
that in there?
Yeah.
Do I keep that in the video?
I have to agree and disagree with her assessment here. Ulrich does do some really creepy, shitty shit because of his jealousy towards over Yumi, where he does like
I don't know if
kind
that's creepy.
of stalk and observe her when he really fucking shouldn't be. But also, he's definitely not as bad as Herb is in regards to Sissy, because Herb has a creepy obsession with Sissy, whereas Ulrich's is more of just jealousy and envy, whereas Herb is just like creepily obsessed.
Maybe the show was better written and we actually we had more depth to the side characters outside of Herb has a few episodes like the robots and claustrophobia, but then once you get past season 1, he's Sissy's goon and that's really all he is.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because he has potential to be like a sort of he could bounce off of Jeremy and as like they're both rivals or like which they kind of do, but like with the class rep thing, but that's all I can really think of past season 1 where like Herb actually has any kind of meaningful
I thought there was
presence.
one more, but
Oh yeah, there is a replica.
oh.
But yeah, those he's mostly a joke. It's not like anything. It's not like in the robots where it's like, oh, actually he does have that one moment, or in claustrophobia where you find out he's claustrophobic and really see like how much he cares, how a little overprotective he is of his gang, like.
True.
But yeah, I think really the biggest issue is that he just does not have. There's not enough screen time dedicated to him to flesh him out to make the argument of hey, actually, you know, Herb and Sissy's relationship is one-sided and it should be better because Herb does a lot for Sissy and Sissy doesn't respect that. That might be playing up more into headcanons than what we actually get in the show.
Herb does not. Herb does not. Like, Sissy is a jerk. She's not a good person. But, what's it? Nah, Herb is a creep. Like
I said,
a lot of it is 2000s writing where we weren't fully acknowledging how problematic these behaviors are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. Ulrich has dated problematic errors,
Yes.
issues, whereas Herb is literally just creepy.
Yeah.
Creepily obsessive.
I'd love to get, like, you know, more content that actually explores Herb and Sissy's relationship and gives more depth to
I
it than
wouldn't.
just like creepy obsessed boy being abused by the alpha bitch of the school.
Yeah. Yeah, Herb does not deserve to be seen by Sissy.
There is a version of Herb that should be seen by Sissy, but it's just
he does not
it's not in
exist.
canon. He exists in canon. He's not in canon. He probably exists in Sophie's head, to be
Needs
honest.
some development for sure.
Probably.
Like that version I'm talking about with more depth, that's probably real to some extent, just not in the show as given to us.
That's fair. And to be fair as well, what's it? Oh my god. I do think that Herb can grow out of his awkwardness.
Yes,
because
same.
that's part
Needs
of
that
it.
development.
He is but yeah, like getting character development, becoming a better person. My my Nick and Herb New York sitcoms.
Oh my god, I forgot all about that.
You know what? We're not even gonna explain the joke. We're leaving that in.
Yeah.
I still need to write that. I will write it at someday.
God.
Oh
Yeah,
man, now I have to
exactly.
publish. If we put this in the video, I have to publish it.
Nobody's
did.
nobody said you had to.
This was my plan all along. I was just baiting
No, there's no
Flower.
date, but yeah.
Yeah. But no, what's it? Shoot. Yeah. Herb's awkwardness is something that a lot of young guys go through, and it's like I feel like he can grow out of it, but at the same time he's still weird, you know. So at least the version of Herb that exists in Code Lyoko, the show that we saw, does not deserve to be seen by Sissy. He's weird. He's gross. Nobody likes that. So yeah.
All right. Well, this is going to be quick. With the last two things here, Rosa and Hertz would definitely be in the possible continuation. And
I'm cool.
I mean,
yeah, I feel like you have to. I feel like why not?
You have to.
Yeah.
Rosa is a little optional, but Hertz.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I mean if they're gonna have more lunch scenes.
You can do more with
could
Rosa, but I don't think you need her the same way you need Hertz.
Yeah.
You could easily write both of them out, but at the same time, it's like I like both Rosa and Hertz. I'd rather just leave them.
Evolution.
Go ahead.
Evolution really downplayed the school life, but they still included Hertz. Even though a lot of people mistake her for Miss Myers, because that actor looks
understandably
like Miss Myers.
so. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, I forget.
There's gonna be someone in the comments like, "Wait, that was Hertz? What?"
Yeah. It's and I'll screenshot it and send it when I skip that.
As long as like I wouldn't. As long as what's it? So long as they're respecting the original VAs, I have no issue with
Right. It's just I thought that was just a. I don't know if that was really needed to be mentioned. I mean, I'm just.
I understand why she would mention that. So why they would mention that. So yeah, like it would be easy to write them out. What's it? They both decided to get new jobs for one reason or another. Whether it be at a different school or
Hertz just can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
This is Hertz realized that the supercomputer was on and she needed to get
the fucking game.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
this would
exactly.
be a very good place to edit in that voice.
Yeah.
Okay, we were all thinking the same exact thing at the same time. Perfect.
Exactly.
Leave me alone.
What's wrong, Mrs. Hertz?
It's you. You! I can't take it anymore. I haven't slept all week because of you students. You're in my nightmares. I'm all alone in front of you. Thousands of you. Right there, looking at me with your vicious little eyes and your pointy little teeth like vampires.
Okay, so the last thing is just the next news for the state of a possible continuation would be sometime in the summer of this year, 2024. I think they said September, though, which is the end of summer.
I mean, I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it. I mean, do they have the rights yet?
No, I think it would just be an update. It would just be an update on them acquiring the rights. Like, would they they'll tell us whether or not they have any progress from the last interview. Like, did they find the buyers? Did they find some buyers for them to acquire the rights so they can start gathering a team and start production? So that's the next time they said that they would give us an update. But last time they told us they would. Jerome said it would be a couple months. He hopes to tell us something, but it wasn't until about 5 months we heard.
Just the fact that they're even trying at all is big news.
That's all, yeah. So take your time, guys. Take your time. Please. All right. That's
Actually, no. I want it now.
But you hate the show.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Actually, never be successful.
Perfect way to end the video.